Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, what's up? My name is vianney.strick. Thank you so much for being here. As you can see by the title, today I'm going to be doing my September favorites. I do have all makeup except one. I have one skincare product I've been loving, but I just have so much makeup to share with you guys that I think you need. So I hope that you guys enjoy this video, and if you do, please make sure to give it a big thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel to join my squad. Let's get into it. Let's get started. Let's get two things out of the way. Number one, I don't even know if you guys can tell or not, but my hair is a little bit of like burgundy. You can kind of see it more on like the highlights. I honestly have no idea if you can tell or not, but in person, you definitely can tell more. But I decided to go ahead and buy my Moroccan oil mask that I use all the time, but I bought it in the Bordeaux shade, which is like a maroony one. And I don't know, I just thought it'd be fun. And also, really quick, on my lips, I have Morphe lip liner in the shade Makeup Talk. And then I have this Physicians Formula Rosé All Day Velvet Lip Color in the shade First Kiss, and that is what I have on. So, moving on, let's start with the favorites. I have so many products to show you guys. So, the only skincare product I'll be talking about is something that I have been loving so much. I've talked about the fact that I love the COSRX Snail Mucin Essence. I already put that in a favorites video, so I'm not going to talk about it today, but I love it, and I wanted to try something else from their line. I really wanted a moisturizer that hydrates a lot. I am using tretinoin more frequently now, and so my skin has been getting really dry, and I'm so glad I took a chance on this because I ended up purchasing this product right here. So this is the Hyaluronic Intensive Cream from COSRX. So this was $25 for 100 grams, and I have to say, a little bit goes a long way, and I love the consistency of it. It's almost, look how much I've already used, by the way. It's almost like a really thick gel. Like, it doesn't feel like those really heavy creams. It does have almost 5 stars at ULTA. In the benefits of it, it says that it quickly absorbs, providing long-lasting hydration, reduces appearance of fine lines and wrinkles, plumps, softens skins, deeply replenish. I mean, there's so much going on here. I'll just go ahead and put all of that here so you guys can read it. This is probably one of the best moisturizers I've ever tried. It reminds me a lot of the Glow Recipe Plum Plump moisturizer, but this is a lot more intense. So if you have very dry skin, this is good. I've already put 2 of my friends on it, and they really love it. The only thing I will say is I only use this as a night cream because personally for me, it doesn't wear well under makeup during the day. It almost like peels up under my makeup, and this really does stay on the skin. It's interesting because it does absorb because your skin feels so hydrated the next day, but sometimes I feel like I still have it on my face the next day, and so I do wash my face in the morning to get rid of the residue of this. Truly one of the best like moisturizers that I've ever tried, and I think it's worth every penny, and I think it's fairly priced. Moving on, let's talk about a primer that I won't spend too much time on because you guys have seen me talk about it and use it very many times, but it is a favorite, and it is this one. This is the Ole Henriksen Banana Bright Face Primer. It does have vitamin C and banana powder inspired pigments. I love skincare primers. That's just what works for me the best. I like to blur my pores with powder, but when it comes to primer, I just like to give me hydration, illuminating. I like a nice like glowy base without being too shimmery, metallic. This is that. It's going to brighten your skin not only with like the pigment that it has, it's like a little bit of a yellow tone, but it also does have vitamin C. So over time your skin will brighten, and it is hydrating. It's almost like a moisturizer as well, and it just sits very well under makeup. It gives my face some luminosity, and it just looks great. So this has been my go-to primer at the moment. Also, something I've been hyping up a lot, but I have to talk about is this foundation. Do you guys know what foundation I'm about to talk about? Do you know? Do you know? This is the HAUS Labs Skin Tech Foundation. This is the Lady Gaga brand. I do have the shade 270 Light Medium Neutral, and I do have a whole review on it, so I will put it right here if you guys are interested. But to keep it short, it's definitely my new favorite foundation. Like, I truly haven't been this impressed with a foundation in a very long time, and I'm very glad because it is $45, but I will say, I have it on my face right now, and in my videos I've used 2 pumps, and the past couple days I decided just to go in with 1 pump. And let me tell you guys, the pump is very small, so 1 pump of this product is not a lot of product. It almost looks like you have nothing, but what I do is I put it on my fingers, dot it on my skin, blend it out, and guys, this is such a small amount of product of foundation, and I love it. It's beautiful, it's hydrating, it sets well, and it blurs the skin. Like, it truly gives me that like blurred look, and it lasts all day. This foundation is just so exciting to me. Again, I know it's high-end, I know it's pricey, but I don't think you'll be disappointed. I think this is definitely more of a hydrating, natural to glowy finish foundation. Very thin, very lightweight, medium coverage, perfect for every day or for glam in my case. I love it. I will keep repurchasing this probably for the rest of my life. This you guys also have seen me talk about a lot. This is the brand new Milk Makeup Future Fluid Concealer. I have the shade 12O. I kept saying 120, but I guess that's an O. This is really, really nice. This is the type of concealer that I go for. Medium to full coverage. It has a natural finish. It's not super matte. It's not super dewy, but it is hydrating. It sets well. It also looks very natural. They are like promoting this product as a multi-use concealer that you could use as technically like a foundation or as a contour or bronzer. I've been using it as a concealer obviously, but I also use it by itself without foundation, and it just melts into the skin. It's absolutely beautiful. So the other concealer that I love, and it's actually the one I'm wearing today, is this one. So this is a Sephora Best Skin Ever concealer. This is only $15, which I feel like when drugstore prices, I mean, they're kind of getting up there, so I feel like $15 could still be like a higher priced drugstore concealer price range, if that makes sense. So this is a full coverage multi-use concealer as well. It is natural finish, long wear. This is really nice. I think if I were just to compare both of them, I think this one has more coverage, but it does dry down a little bit more like satin, a little bit more matte. This one has a little bit less coverage and looks more natural. They're both really great. They're both up my alley. And like I said, if you like something more natural, more skin-like, but you're willing to pay a little bit more money, get this one. But if you prefer to pay the $15 and you want a full coverage concealer that's not going to be drying, get this one. And this one does have more product than the Milk one. They're both really, really nice. Like I said, I do have the Sephora one in the shade 20N under my eyes, and I love it. Moving on to the powder that I have on my skin today. So this is pricey. I did say in my last video it was like in the 50s. I think it's in the 40s now that I think about it, but this is like an old favorite for a lot of people. I finally decided just to buy it for myself and see if the hype was real, and I definitely think I get the hype. I really do. So this is the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish Complexion Powder. I get the shade 2, and I did set my under eyes with this. And as you guys can see, I've been literally abusing it since I got it. I like it for under my eyes, and I do think it sets the face very beautifully, but to me, I feel like it doesn't set it well enough. So I still like to use my Huda Beauty powder, or just like a more mattifying powder to set the rest of my face so that my foundation doesn't go anywhere. But I totally understand why everybody loves this powder, because it is, like I said, it is under my eyes. It is very blurring, but it's not dry. And usually powders are very blurring, kind of like the Huda Beauty is a little bit more drying. So this is definitely like the best of both worlds. I love it. It has set my under eyes very nicely. It doesn't dry me out. It doesn't flash back, and it's just really, really pretty. So if you do have the budget to spend on a new high-end pressed powder, this is really, really nice. I love it. Moving on to blushes, let me put you guys on. I know that a lot of you guys know that my go-to blush for a long time has been this one. This is the Revlon. These are just called the powder blush. My perfect shade is Marvelous. I have been using this for a very long time, but I did end up buying a lot of other shades of this blush because the formula is really nice. This one is matte, but I wanted to show you guys some other shades that I've been loving. I kind of want to swatch these for you. So again, this is Marvelous, and it's a matte shade, and they're so beautiful, pigmented, a little silky, and blendable. So this is my go-to shade, but I have been also loving Pink Cognito. This is like a true reflection of it. It's more of a hot pink, and this one actually has a little bit of sparkle. It's not a shimmer blush, but it does have a little bit of sparkle. And this is what it looks like compared to Marvelous. I also really, really love Very Berry, which is what I have on my cheeks today. This is a matte, and it is dark, but it's like a beautiful, beautiful like plum shade that I know might seem a little bit like too dark, but I obviously have it on myself right now, and it looks stunning. So again, that one. And then if you're into more of a very luminous, shimmery blush, which I know a lot of you guys are, Ravishing Rose is really, really pretty. So finely milled shimmer, but it just gives a little bit of a glow to the skin. I know it looks very, very light, but in person it's more of like a rose goldy type of blush. So anyways, these have been so beautiful. Like I mentioned, I do have Very Berry on top, but I did put something else on top to make it glowy, which I will show you guys next. But guys, these are probably my favorite blushes from the drugstore. If you guys haven't tried them, you need to. So like I mentioned, I do have something else on the cheeks to give me that glow. And I just wanted to give a quick shout out to the new Hourglass holiday collection. Like I mentioned in my last video, they did send me the wrong palette. I checked on their website and the right palette that I wanted is in stock. I did go ahead and purchase it, so I'll review that one in another video. But this is their holiday collection, the Ambient Lighting Edit Unlocked, and this is the deeper skin tone one. I've been trying to make the best out of the palette that they sent me because it was the wrong palette. And I have to say, even though there's a lot of things that I can't truly use the way they're meant to be used, the formulas are absolutely stunning. This is my first time trying Hourglass powders, and they're beautiful. So I have these two shades combined as blush on top of that Very Berry, and you really can go in with such a light hand. And you guys know I haven't been into like very glowy highlighters or blushes in a very long time, but something about these powders just melt into the skin, and obviously anything that highlights will make your texture pop out a little bit more. I mean, it's highlighting everything, including the texture, but something about these powders just do that in a way that is complimenting. I don't know, it just has like such a beautiful formula that it gives enough glow without giving too much texture. Does that make sense? Anywho, I have been really enjoying this palette. I just wanted to tell you guys that I am very impressed with the formula. I will keep you guys updated on the medium tone one, but if you do have a deeper skin tone and you want to try two of their ambient light finishing powders, a highlighter, and 3 blushes, I think this is beautiful. It does come with a mirror, and it does come with really beautiful packaging and art on top of it. So I really do like that. Okay, the next product that I've been loving is actually a little eyeshadow from Colourpop. You guys know that I love a little bit of glitter, as you guys can see. You know, I don't use a lot of shimmer eyeshadows anymore, but I love like the sparse sparkle. And I have a palette that I love that I always use the shade. It's from Dose of Colors, the Desi and Katie palette. It has a beautiful shade there that I used for my wedding, and I showed you guys in my tutorial. But I've been trying to find just like a single eyeshadow that I can just put in my bag that I don't need like a whole palette for. And I saw on TikTok that this eyeshadow from Colourpop is actually a dupe from the Urban Decay Space Cowboy, which I know is an eyeshadow that everybody loves. This is in the shade Ritz. So it is a super shock eyeshadow in ultra glitter, and it's really pretty because it gives you like this like silvery, a little bit of like pinky purpley vibe. And if you just put it like on your lids and you're very like sparse with it, it creates this like beautiful glitter effect without having to use glitter. And I have been loving doing that. I'm the kind of girl that wears bronzer every day as my eyeshadow, but this is a way to like spruce it up, and I love it. I feel like it just gives a little oomph. You can also just put that on your inner corner to add more like sparkle. Really, really pretty, very inexpensive, and it really gets the job done. I'm getting hot. It is 100 degrees outside, guys, but I'm trying to give you guys the fall vibes. Okay, and then the last product that I want to talk about is a new favorite that I talked about months ago. I kind of stopped using it, and now I love it again. The Milk Hydro Mist Setting Spray. And I just love this setting spray. I think this is one of the only high-end setting sprays that I think is worth the money. To me, there's so many setting sprays. Like this one is my go-to. It's the e.l.f. Stay All Night Micro Setting Mist. This is really, really good to set your face and keep your makeup lasting longer. But if you need a product that is going to set your face for longevity, but you don't want it to dry out your skin, because a lot of products tend to do that. They have a lot of alcohol in them. Get this one, because this will grip your makeup, kind of like the gripping Hydro Grip Primer, but it adds that longevity, that staying power, and it brings your skin back to life. I do have this on my face right now, and I'm telling you, no matter how much powder you use on your face, this will always make it look back to life. So I definitely do think that this is worth the money, and honestly, a little bit goes a long way. I've been using this a lot now, and as you guys can see, I have a lot left. That is my favorites of September. I know it's a lot of high-end products. I apologize for that. I don't know what happened, but I just used a lot of high-end products this month. But like I mentioned, I will do more drugstore videos. I'm actually kind of looking for more drugstore releases, and I just can't find that many new exciting drugstore releases. Why don't you guys do me a favor, comment down below like brand new drugstore releases that you want me to review, so that I can go purchase that and let you guys know. So thank you guys so much for watching. I love you so much, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.